Oh.
Hey, Master Lu. Come on, we're ready. We're waiting for you.
Okay. Cool. Good.
Okay.
Ready. Bye.
Okay, Doki. I'm trying to what's the sound?
Sorry about that. I need self-care, right? If I cannot care myself, how can I start to try to care someone else, right? So it's exciting, right? Self-care is a great concept. So, you know, people always asking two major questions about the self-care. The number one is, why I put all the effort to the self-care, I didn't see good result. The outcome is not what I want or not what I wish to get. That's number one question. The number two question is, someone say, how can I get maximum benefit for them? My self-care. There's two questions need two different answers. But the basic answers, there are few fundamental concepts we must know if we want to go down the path of the self-care, right? So first one is you must know the self-care is your one of the most powerful inner strength, right? Without this strength, you don't have a gut want to go down. This is self-care. That's number one. You better understand the power of who you are. The number two is you have to understand the self-care at the unconsciousness level. The root of the self-care is to connect to your spirit. That's not come from your mind. It's come from your spirit. If you believe you have a spirit, right? Mm-hmm. And the number three, which is you have to understand, the self-care is based on the trust. The trust. You have to understand when you want to trust, are you going to trust your mind or are you going to trust your heart? Right? Just like people promise for love. Oh, honey, I love you. You don't say, honey, I love you for my mind, right? Someone will run. You have to say, honey, I love you for my heart. So therefore, when you start for the self-care, the trust, you have to come out of this. Are you trust your mind or are you trust your heart? Or are you trust your body? The body with the heart almost connect. The body doesn't connect to the mind. That's three of the fundamental concepts. Then definitely, there's other concept also, and based on that, if we say I'm gonna to self-care, then you better understand certain things. You are self-care. Therefore, you have to be prepared. You are alone, but you are not lonely. Let me say it one more time. That's a very important concept. I would like everyone to understand. You are alone because it's your responsibility to take care of yourself. It's your responsibility to discover yourself, right? To discover the life purpose, right? Everything what you do is try to achieve life purpose. So therefore, it's your responsibility. So you must do by yourself. So that's called self-care, right? It's your job. You're alone, but you are not lonely. So what does that mean? That means you are connected, right? You heard when I practice my Qigong, I use the music, I use the feeling, right? I try to understand. When the mothers, every mother's prayer, every child was know. Think this way. When the nature pray for you, do you know? Think of this, do you know? Right? Which part of your body know? How do you know? So all of these questions must rise from inside. You can't find this answer on internet. You have to find this answer from internet. So therefore, it's alone. It's deep. You have to practice, right? You have to understand you are not lonely. You are alone, but you are connected, right? Whole self-care is try to help you, or help you to open up yourself, right? There is a couple called a couple. I only say the couple in basic fundamental concept. Now we go to the first question. Why? Why I'm not get what I want? Think of this, right? When we say self-care, we all agree. The self is not just that body, right? The self is a body, mind, and the spirit. It's a body, mind, spirit. It's all the levels. When you start to try to do self-care, you better ask yourself, which level you're going to start. But also, you have to understand, the self-care is based on the natural law. The self-care cannot be based on the rational mind and the human law. So you often see the people say, I don't get the result. I do the practice, yoga, I do the meditation every day. I eat organic food. Now you look at that, that's all natural, right? But why I don't see the result? What's happening, right? So what do you try to fix? You try to fix the condition, right? Is the condition is the reason or condition is the result? What caused your condition? Because everything is energy. You still do the energy exercise. You do the natural. Natural is energy. Everything is energy. So that's why we talk about the self-care. We have to understand it's energy care. It's emotional care. It's a consciousness care. Right? At all of these levels must work together. Can we really see these things and working together? Right? You have to see this because it's everything has to be working together. The bottom line for the outcome, we try to care, right? Which is we use any kind of events, exercises, or even the supplements. What do we try to do? We want to get some kind of outcome, right? Outcome. Does outcome come from where? Right? Outcome. We don't see the outcome. I tried this, my blood pressure is still high, right? I eat this, I do that, right? People try so many things. Blood pressure is still high. High cholesterol numbers still high. Why? See, what you're chasing is the effect. You are not trying to deal the cause. Often, when we say we do self-care, we suppose it should deal the root cause the problem, right? Everyone agree. Why? I'm doing self-care because I'm willing to take my responsibility, go down this path and deal the problem. But that's not the problem. That's the effect. Right? That's the effect. That's not a real problem. Your blood pressure too high, that's not the problem. That's the effect of the problem. Think of this. You are middle of the divorce. The middle of the divorce, does your blood pressure doesn't go high? Sure, definitely go high. So how can you fix your blood pressure unless the divorce will be peacefully separate? You are very difficult to see. That would be a miracle, right? Now that's the real problem. See, you're middle of the stress. Now today is a stress. COVID-19, everyone stay home, right? Facing to your husband, facing to your wife, see your children, all the problems. Now everything, some people have to stuck in the house. And we're afraid, and afraid of recording, afraid so many things, all the stress. Before, every morning after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, everyone disappear, spread. Then at the night, they come home. And then when they come home, they eat a little better, they all go to their own room. Now stuck in the same roof. You don't get that stress? You definitely get stress. Called invisible stress. See, often we think stress has to be visible. Stress also has an invisible. It's your thought, it's your feeling, it's your belief. Does anyone really looking for, does any store sell the magical pill can deal your invisible stress? No, doesn't deal this way, right? So we have to understand that way. So without understanding this way, then definitely everything what you do, you just try to chase the tail, right? You just try to deal the result, not the reason. Effect, not the cause. So that's why no matter what you do, now think of this, what I said, no matter what kind of natural pill you use, you're still under the wrong concept. It's the wrong concept. So that's why you don't see the result. The natural way need to follow the natural law. Let me say it one more time. The natural way need to follow the natural law. Under the natural law, then you use the natural technique, natural remedies, then you might be able, just might be able to reach the level, right? We all think, oh, I'm doing natural care. What's that mean? The bottom line is, you believe, I believe a body can heal itself, right? Otherwise, why bother? Why you try to heal yourself? Or why you try to care? Let someone care you. You have the insurance, you have doctors, right? You have someone else, but you don't. You believe you can heal yourself. That's great. That's wonderful. That's priceless. But unfortunately, you didn't continue follow this path. Try to discover what is that means to you. What is the action you should take to achieve the result, right? Body can heal itself. Under the law, the body law, under the natural law. Let me give you one very simple concept. In order the body can heal itself perfectly or quickly, you need a nice, profound, and good sleep. Sleeping is the best technique or best actions for body can heal itself. Now, if you have a sleeping problem, at insomnia, at the night, you're turning around, turning there, and count the finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I turn to all the technique doesn't help you. Why? What's happening? If you doesn't sleep good, body doesn't meet the requirement, doesn't have enough time. We all have experience, right? Think of this. You say, oh, I need to go to internet, download one file, right? Download, upgrade one file. The file is for free. But if your internet too slow, if your memory too small, You don't have time. You don't have enough memory, right? You don't meet the requirement, even though the fire is for free. Think of the body. It's the same way. It's exactly the same way. You want to heal yourself. If you're going to upgrade your power, right? If you're going to allow the body heal itself. So what do? You need to delete the problem, right? Delete. But if you hold on some thought, some feelings, you don't have enough memory, right? You don't have enough rooms. That's just one angle. So people say, I eat this, I eat healthy food, I do this, I do that, I eat all good. Yes, you eat all good, but doesn't mean your body absorb, processing, digest, and transform the good, right? You can make money, doesn't mean you have money. You spend it. You eat good, just like you make money. You put the organic food. It's very expensive food, put it into the body. So you wish all of this organic food can give you a perfect enough nutrients. But unfortunately, your digestive system is so lousy. You have problems. You have a relationship problems. You haven't fixed it. You still have allergic reactions. You have gluten, you're allergic to gluten, you're allergic to the fat, allergic to this, allergic to that. So all of these digestive system issues, you even don't have a time try to fix, right? In order to heal, the root, the foundation is very important, right? The ancient time, before the war started, what they do? They need to accumulate something, right? They need to prepare. You need to heal yourself. You need energy. Energy comes from where? Think of this whole concept. We say everything's energy. Healing is energy. So which way we can get energy? Only two ways. One, from the food. One, from the practice. Right? Meditation. Oh, I practice meditation 2 hours a day. You practice meditation, get a 2 hours a day, still doesn't mean you absorb enough 2 hours. Still, it's quality, quantity. Everything is quality, quantity, finally, right? Everyone have to really think this fundamental concept in self-care. Quality, quantity. Quality, quantity. The body never lies. The body just in the mirror. The three-dimensional life mirrors constantly and tell you a story, right? So can we see that? Can we feel that? Can we understand the body? But unfortunately, we don't. We only understand symptoms. But even symptoms itself, we are discriminated. We don't see the big picture. We isolate. Now we step in, not use a natural way and everything connect this concept. We use the rational mind and try to diagnose it the natural way. Doesn't go that way. It doesn't go that way. You cannot do these two things and totally think, oh, I'm complementary medicine. I practice Eastern, Western. Sometimes it doesn't do that. It's a different kind of mind think. If that's can do, then everyone doesn't have to go to school, just do the meditation, can connect to the, psychic capabilities that we can download everything, right? Just like the movies, Supermans, but unfortunately we don't. Not many people. Also today we practice yoga, we practice meditation, do the Tai Chi, do the Qigong. How long? Quality, quantity, right? Look at the ancient time. Even people full-time practice. They don't worry about the food. They don't worry about anything. All they need to worry about the practice. Full-time practice. They still don't get it. Now today, how many people part-time practice? Think about it. Part-time. We are not a part-time. We are at the spare time. Right? Got the taste, have fun. Look like it's a miracle just gonna happen this way. Doesn't go that way. Takes so long to process it. Unlocked. inside be buried for so many times, even though it's inside with us, will be buried so deeply. So we don't give it enough chance, which is I just said, in all the body can heal itself. The one of the basic things is sleep. Right? How many times, how many people really pay attention your sleeping patterns? To understand that is very important, right? If you drive in a car, you definitely understand 3,000 miles. Either you change your oil or you need tune-up, right? You take care of your car perfectly. Otherwise, insurance doesn't come. All right, warranty is gone. We buy the insurance. We buy so many because we want to follow this. Does anyone take care of the body? Every full moon, I need a tune-up. Right? Every opportunity comes, and the nature's mother's call and be peaceful. Every season's change and follow the seasonal change. No, we don't do it this way. Right? We don't. We just think, oh, I do these actions. I take this herb, I take this, exercise, I do these meditations, I ride the bike, I do this, I do more things. But sometimes even we do things and cause the body confused. It's called confuses. I'm not just talking about the other levels. I'm just talking simple physical action caused physical confuses to the body. Right? We know we have major organs. Different organs has different cells, right? Body tissues is different, right? So cell different. So cell difference, cell vibration different, frequency different. Now think of this entire whole concept. Different frequency, idea is a different energy. Different frequency, different energy. Now, different exercise require different part of muscle. Different muscle is a different frequency. So now you better ask yourself, what kind of frequency I'm going to allow the body move? How simple is it? It's a very simple concept, right? I know so many people practice yoga, so you do this. What kind of frequency? What kind of posture? What's the purpose? Everything has to go down the purpose. So if everything what you do doesn't connect, it's not under the same concept. So that's why quality, quantity doesn't meet the requirement of the condition change. Then definitely you say, doesn't have a result. Definitely doesn't have a result. How can it have a result? Even though you believe you're so disappointed. I feel sometimes I feel so sorry for my patient. They try so hard. They come with a 2 suitcase supplement. They think more is better. Right? Every time someone say, good, take it, good, take it, good, take it. But doesn't understand that your body can absorb it. Right? Your eye, why you're vitamin D deficient, right? Think about it, you go to test, someone say, oh, you're vitamin D deficient. You take vitamin D. Do you ask yourself, why my body show vitamin D deficient? What happened? What happened? Right? Before I'm pretty good. I didn't born with a vitamin D deficient. I born with a perfect body. What's happening? Right? So otherwise, no matter what you take it, you just covered up the problem. Right? I'll give you another example, right? The calcium deficient, right? The bone density. So think about it. How can bone density happens before you don't? You grow up with a bone. Without the bone, your bone can grow. How can you grow? You from that tiny kids and they continue up. So look at how much energy, how much blessing and the natures, your parents, and give it to you. And some people, I know a lot of people, when you grow up, maybe you are not very rich family, you know, sometimes your parents say, hey, save that, don't waste the food, right? Not like now, just waste. You don't, but you still grow. Now look at that. Now what's happening, and suddenly you have a bone density. Your body bone will change. How come? What's happening? Right? If a body can heal it itself, what trigger you and the body change? All of this is the question, I said, because we try to do self-healing. We don't ask the real question. We don't understand the big picture. Right? The self-healing, even though we have a great strength, we have a great faith, we believe in this, but unfortunately, the mind, the belief hasn't changed yet. So therefore, we go down the wrong path. In order to do this, you have to change. So I think that's the first question I'm trying to ask you, why you don't have a good result. The bottom line is your body doesn't meet the requirement, quality, quantity. So whatever what you do doesn't mean they are doing bad. If you don't do this way, you might be worse. But only means whatever what you do doesn't hit the right point. Right? Something still doesn't meet the requirement. Right? Body need takes longer to charge. The healing, the sleeping, the processing, right? That each organ has their own organs of function that have to meet the requirement. You have a chronic skin issue. The skin are associated with the lung function. If your lungs still not healthy, continue smoke and continue do other things, you know, then how can your lung get a function better? Then how can your skin issue get a change? Look at that. How simple is it? Right? Each organ has their own purpose. They are existing for purpose. Right? So that's why now for this first question to the second question is how can we get the maximum benefit from the self-care? Number one is you have to change your belief. Now you see, the real problem is the mind. It's your belief. Right? Even though you try to do this way, but your mind still stays in a rational way. You are not 100% truly trust your body. You trust your mind. You trust your mind. And you do other things, it's not to follow the natural law, you follow the human law. And you don't take an opportunity. Right? What's called an opportunity? When the nature changes, right? We need a role model. Think this. When we change, we need a role model. Who is our role model in the natural healing? Who? Nature, right? The nature is our role model. The season is our role model. Every season, they come. They have their own purpose. Right? Spring come. Spring never change. Spring come, the spring wind blow, you feel it, you smell it, right? Does anyone smell that? Oh, it's spring come, I smell that, right? Something is different, right? Spring come, nature knows, tree grow, flower grow, something come, they all grow. Even your birds singing, right? Then that are coming for their own natural force. So therefore, during the springtime, does your emotions change? Does you allow your body follow this kind of pattern? Think this, the whole entire concept. Then why, you know, I'm trying so hard that every season I create a program, tell people, hey, follow the season change. So this way you can do less the effort and the maximum benefit because you don't have to do anything. Nature will take care of you. Because you're on the same frequency. Understand? It's called a frequency. Nature has a nature frequency, energy. Entire energy come, something change. Right? So the winter come. Now we are in the winter season now. Now look around. In the nature, what's happening? Everyone quiet, right? Even animal quiet. You know, even birds doesn't sing at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. But we are not. We are busy. Thank God, I say, thank God, COVID-19 and everyone stay home. Otherwise, this year we might, every winter we are crazy. We are what? We go out to challenge. Winter, we are challenged. Winter is one of the most stressed season. Everyone buy, right? You buy this, you do this, right? Become stressed. And then even you try to write the Christmas cards, stress, right? Who you should write, how to say, it's a lot of stress, right? Thanksgiving dinner, forget it, you don't want to know, all right? So every time stress dinner, Thanksgiving dinner finish, and then what? A lot of my patients get acid reflux on the table. They cannot say what they want to say, right? Think of this, nature come. Suppose nature come, we should quiet, but we don't. We challenge, we go out, spend energy. But the nature, everything's just come down to the roots, reorganize, reprocessing, prepare for the next year. But this year, everyone, please, if you don't prepare yourself, next year you'll be very difficult. Go through the many things. It's a challenge, even not just nature's challenge. You are also challenging the stress, human minds, human stress, right? Take this opportunity, maybe this bad COVID-19 bring the good of each one of us to understand it's our responsibility, need to take care of ourselves. Follow the nature. That's one kind of way, because the season is the role model. The other way is the universe is the role model, right? To understand opportunity, right? Have you heard people say, you have a good taste. What's called a good taste? You understand, that's a fashion, that's good, you have taste. But do you have a good taste with the nature to understand, wow, something come, right? This month is a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. You've been waiting for 800 years. Have you heard? 800 years just get this great conjunction. 800 years. How many in your lifetime been waiting for this opportunity? Right? So people say, what's that going to do with me? Everything going to do with you. You and me, not just you, me too. Because we are part of this solar system, right? This great conjunction, which is Jupiter and Saturn, going to meet the most close. What's that mean? That means, you can go to the internet, read all of this. I'm just giving you a Chinese way, my way to understand, right? So everything has a reason. Everything is connected. So for example, this Jupiter, right? Jupiter, just a planet, one of the biggest planets in our solar system. Do you know what's that mean? That means the Jupiter are connected to your liver. Your liver literally has the same frequency, has the same attitude, has the same spirit, has something can connect to the Jupiter. That makes you so powerful, right? Now later, if you get angry, you don't have to say anything. You have a good excuse. It's not me. It's a Jupiter caused, right? It's great. It's not me. It's Jupiter. Yeah, that's right. I just connect. How many times have you heard the people, it's not me. It's a full moon. It's a lunar attack, right? It's what's called a lunar moon, lunar attack, right? That's right. We can blame to the nature how good it is, but we don't take opportunity for the nature, right? Take opportunity. So if Jupiter are represented as your liver, then what's the Saturn gonna represent? Represent your digestive system, your stomach, your spleen associated. So now if these two planets takes 800 years to get that so close, and also at the day after what? Winter solstice. Do you know winter solstice means? It's the day of the time change. After winter solstice, then light gonna come more, energy gonna rise. You have a hope. See, it's a science. Entire life is a science. The entire universe is a science. It's science everywhere. But unfortunately, we can look, we cannot see. Right? The self-care are included how to see. Right? You must learn how to see things, not just how to look at things. So now it's a great opportunity. 800 years, you're not going to meet, in this lifetime, and maybe many lifetimes, you're not going to meet this opportunity. So take this opportunity. So since tonight we talk about this, how do we do, right? Since planet, Jupiter, Saturn are related to our body. So they gotta be related somewhere we can do something, right? They can connect together. So if we make these two organs can connect to each other, think this way. If you find the opportunity to get this consciousness of cooperation, connections, that consciousness of everything is possible. You can heal so many issues, physical issues, such like digestive system issues, acid reflux issues, right? So food allergy issues, high cholesterol issues, and you are so many issues, physical issues can be start to break down because it's a turning point. It's possible. Even 800 years, they still can meet. Then in this life, you also can meet. Right? Take this opportunity. Tonight, I'm catching this opportunity also show you guys there's something so simple you can do. So take it to your finger out. Everyone knows this finger, right? You. That's right. Me. Right? This finger will be represented your digestive system, your stomach is here. Now, this hand, the center of your hand will be represented as your liver, which is the center of your hand is Jupiter. The tip of your finger is Saturn. Now, these two planets has to meet each other. Then they turn, connect. Follow me, try it again, right? Believe or not, and nothing to lose, right? You might be lucky and see some results, right? So take a hand out. Once you take it out, think this, that's your liver, that's your stomach. Then let they connect each other. Now turn, make it more connect. Now take this same concept, your thought, your feelings. Imagine your hand, this hand is inside of the Jupiter. This hand is inside of the Saturn. Now these two planets and connect. The energy connect. They are rotating. Connect. But just connect is not enough, right? Who cares, you would say. Yes, you don't care how do they connect. You only care when I can get it. That's why you can get it. Now think of this. If you have an acid reflux, you think I'm going to heal my acid reflux. I'm lower my blood pressure. I make my digestive system getting better. I don't have a food allergies. Think of this. All of these problems associated with digestive system, associated with your liver function. Just do it and turn it. Close your eyes, put your feelings and put your emotions and imaginations all together. Now, the entire universe is in your hand. The healing also is in your hand. It's your responsibility now. Now, once I pass this information, it's not my problem now, right? If I come from the same way like you, 800 years, Now I just deliver the message. It's your responsibility now. I don't want to see you guys at 800 years later, right? You better get it, right? Make sure to hold it, hold it. Okay, close eyes. Good, connect. That's right, after connect, then what? The problem getting disappear. Your liver function getting better. Your digestive system, stomach function getting better. Then all the problem associated with your digestive system gonna disappear. All the problem associated with your liver function gonna disappear. You are getting better, and you are getting more healthier and healthier. Open your eyes. That is simple, right? But some people doesn't believe it. That's okay. You know, I believe it because that's what I learned from my master. Good, always simple. You know, just no one will really believe that, you know, two simple things can do something, but at least try it, right? Try this simple technique. You still have a couple of days to practice. You still have a couple of days to practice. Since now they are closing, no matter you believe or not believe, these two planets gonna to close each other. That great conjunction will happen. How many times we are praying, give me the moment of the time. Now give you, the universe give you the moment of the time and to show you it's possible. Now, how do you take this message, apply this message? So that's what I say. How can someone get the maximum benefit is how to see this opportunity. When the opportunity come to you, you better ready, right? So this way, if you're going to practice, then you are prepare yourself, get that day and be ready and you can get it, right? So that's why, and the day, which is November 21st, so we are going to practice meditation together, right? Do the guided meditation. We are not do the meditation, we are guide, you know, imagination together, which our consciousness mind can connect to this type of information and energy, right? So if we're lucky enough, one of you guys gotta be have luck. You have to believe yourself a lot, right? Then something, miracle will happen. Only this way miracle happens, right? We all wish miracles, but miracle always come from inside out. Miracle never come outside in, but you still have to be ready. You still have to meet the requirement. So if you can meet the requirement, be ready, miracle will happen in you. Just understand it. Miracle happens inside with you. So you have to discover the miracle. When you meet the requirement, miracle happens. So I wish tonight this short talk can help you understand how can you gonna to start your self-healing. So someone might be already started self-healing. Maybe you can use a couple ways to see, oh, maybe in this area, I can cooperate, I can add something else, right? So, but anyway, that's information I delivered for tonight. I hope everyone be happy and we can open up some questions if someone has some questions.
Thank you, Dr. Lan. Thank you so much. I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Master Lu, thank you. I mean, thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to ask, I mean, this information about the liver and, I mean, Saturn and Jupiter, and how you connect them to the elements. If I take it further to archetypes, so could it be that if you make this kind of meeting between Jupiter and Saturn with the, everything, could it affect also, like, if we see the Earth as a mother and wood as a child in the family of elements, so could it help also heal relationship between, inside ourselves first, of course, before. So could it it feels like it could help also issues that the person has with its own mother, or could it be? Or I'm just...
What do you try to say? I know what you almost try to say. You say, does my doing this can help others, can heal the earth? That's what you try to say?
In the bigger circle, but I mean even in a family, in our family. So
yes, you can do, but you have to understand one thing, right? The healing only in your own framework. The healing only in your frequency. It's a frequency. It's energy with the energy. You are not in this frequency. You cannot be healed. You only want to hear what you want to hear. You only want to see what you want to see, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why ancient time must always teach you, open your field, energy field. Therefore, you can connect to more people because everyone has their own entity, own energy field, right? Even the modern science tell you it's energy field. It's all about the field. It's not about the element. It's not about the matters. So change your energy field. You are inside the more balance. Your body will show balance field. You understand? If you control and heal your high blood pressure and through the natural way, then when you talk to someone, then it's not the information anymore. See, you create the energy field. Otherwise, they're just memory, just data. You have to understand information. If it doesn't use just data, they are energy, but just data energy, right? It's not the life energy. Otherwise, you don't need it. All you need to continue carry the library cards, and then when you work in the New York, library, entire whole information is yours. But doesn't mean you are smart. Doesn't mean you have fixed the problem, right? That's just information. Right? You have to apply. So now, even though I say that this way, how simple? Yeah, it's simple. How many people will truly believe Jupiter will in your hand? See, how many people will truly believe? You don't believe the Jupiter in your hand, but you might believe your hand, right? So what's the difference? The front hand and the back hand in a totally different color, but you wouldn't say, oh, that's not my hand, but still your hand, depending on how you want to see it, right?
Right.
Now, if that's the can be, then why not? You cannot say as Jupiter also, but we don't see it this way.
I just ask you,
Thank you, Master Nan. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It was a very good presentation. I just want to ask you, when you said, like we can't treat the cause and we have to treat the effects, but in general, everybody looks for the cause, don't they?
Yeah, everybody looking for the cause, but the mind doesn't want to see the cause, right? Yeah, you can see the cause, but the mind is set up based on the belief. And so therefore, we often be educated, be taught by effect is a cause, but we never be educated. No, the condition is not the cause. The condition is effect.
That's right.
So I can say from my experience, all the condition is effect. None of the condition is caused. But the effect must from inside out. 99%, 99.9%, there's always inside out, never is outside in.
But in medical profession, they always look for the cause, isn't it?
Yes, you're looking for, that's true. You're looking for the cause. But if you're looking for the wrong direction, but you are not going to find the cause, right?
So would you say it is better to treat the symptoms rather than looking for the cause?
No, the sentence can change, but doesn't mean problem going to change, right? So that's why we go to see, oh, he's a good doctor. He fixed my pain. I always say pain go away doesn't mean problem go away, right? The pain can be manipulated and the pain can be transformed to different location, right?
Mhm.
So that's why your shoulder pain can be fixed, and the next week come out that your knee pain. But do you think it's the shoulder pain are caused the knee pain? Your shoulder pain can be fixed, and the next week you are constipated. But do you think your shoulder pain can cause the constipation?
Sure.
But you never make this connection, right?
Okay.
Right. So unless you understand, oh, they are connected, right? The skin issue, think of it. You know, how many people's skin issue be treated? Their skin problem can go away, but then they create other kind of condition, right? They create a chronic cough. So do you make a connection? So my skin issue associated with the cough. See, just different framework I did, what I try to say. If we are going to go down this self-care, so therefore we are willing to understand we must use a different kind of framework, right? The self-care is a different framework. So we must use different framework. So we cannot use the same framework.
Yes.
Thank you.
Master Lu, oh,
I would say. Okay, go ahead.
Master Lu, I have a quick question about
I cannot hear you.
You're muted.
Good.
Master Lu. I have a quick technical question. Can you hear me?
No,
Can you hear me?
no,
Oh no.
that's
Should
right.
we
There
always-
is a connection problem.
Always use left hand, right finger, or can we change?
You figure it by yourself.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to mention something. Let's see. Yeah, how cool. Yeah. Mhm.
Is there a correspondence that you have for the sun and the moon and also Mars and Venus?
Which one is talking?
That's me. I don't know if it's putting me on the front page.
Okay, yes, I saw it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I noticed that you have the pointer finger for so you have this one for lost you. So you have the pointer finger with the hand for the center of the hand for Jupiter and Saturn, but I was wondering if you have one for the sun and the moon and or Venus and Mars. Were those different archetypes?
They definitely, yes, they are.
Okay, cool. Are there
They
any
are
that you
always,
suggest
you have to
or?
understand, our entire body is a microcosm of universe, right? It's all
Yes.
dependent which way you want to see, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so it all corresponds. I was wondering if you have any hints on what those ones are, though, for the hands at least.
So right now, that is more important. 800 years. The other one, when the next time we
Okay.
get the solar, eclipse, and then I'm going to show you how to make that connection, right?
Okay,
So
cool.
right now, it's more urgent because we can't wait for the 800 years. I don't want to wait for 800
Okay.
years.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Master Lu, this is Jackie and company from California. Kenna, Jackie, Jimmy, thank you for this. The place at the base of the skull where the spine joins the top of the spine joins the skull, is that related to this juncture? Is that
Say
an
it again.
accurate? The space, the place where the top of the spine, the vertebra, joins the base of the skull. Is that point related to this planetary conjunction at all?
If you from the big picture, they are all connected. At the big point, they are all connected.
Okay.
Good.
And some of the morning, the rotations in the morning, like as all of this is moving together, that's part of this connection, the whole circle movement.
Yes, the
this-
morning exercise is only given to you guys already follow 5 weeks, 10 classes. So therefore you can practice more complicated energy exercise. So this is too simple and I cannot show other complicated way. So in order to get a simple, easy, only 2 weeks and everyone can get the benefit. So that's why I do this simple way.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Master Lu?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have faith, so I will follow it, but I can't help notice that stomach is usually earth, and this is usually large intestine, and this is usually heart. Any comment on that? Just a new way of looking at it?
You don't, yeah, it's a new way to look at that. So before I don't want to go to too detailed because that's a different framework, right? It's the different framework to look into these connections. Just like you can be mother and you can be daughter and you can be CEO, right? Depend where you goes.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, Master Lu. I love it. Thank you.
All right, so look like I got a pretty good job. No one still asking the question. That means pretty good. All right. So, but by the way, before you all can go home and really think this. But the most exciting things is great opportunity. 800 years is a great conjunction, right? This is two of the biggest planet in our solar system. See, we say opportunity, right? That's an opportunity. When the opportunity comes, so when the opportunity comes, so what do you gonna do? Opportunity. So that opportunity is allow you connect, right? Go home, even though you don't practice, but you're still thinking. If you are not at peace, if you're not prepared, if you're not peaceful, just like in order to download something, in order to put a new furniture into your living room, you have to throw out your old furniture, right? It's the same concept. So if this couple of days, a couple of weeks, try to delete yourself a couple of things. Don't eat junk food and make things, because the next class, I'm going to add some kind of food or something at there to talk about how can we get a much deeper prepare, right? So healing is not just doing things, and then definitely it's everything. Your mind, your thought, your eating. So how do we get the maximum benefit of the self-care? Thank you very much. Good night, everybody.